Better English Podcast.
Presented by Better English Lab.
Maya, I have a big job interview tomorrow morning. I am so scared. My hands are wet and sweating right now. Just thinking about the interview makes my heart beat so fast. Boom, boom, boom. I cannot sleep.
Oh, Leo, job interviews are very scary for everyone. It is very normal to feel nervous. You want the job, so you feel a lot of pressure.
But my nervous feeling is really bad. You do not understand. Let me tell you a story. Last year, I had an interview. I was so nervous. The manager looked at me and smiled. He said, "Hello, what is your name?" And I panicked. I completely forgot my own name for 10 seconds. I just sat there looking at him and said,
Oh no, you forgot your own name? That is very funny, but also very stressful. I understand you. When we are very scared, our brain just stops working. The stress blocks our memory. Hello, English learners around the world. Welcome back to the Better English Lab. I am Maya.
And I am Leo, the man who forgets his own name when he is stressed. Today, we have a very important and useful topic for you. We are talking about job interviews in English.
Yes, a job interview in your first language is already very hard, but a job interview in English, that can feel like a bad dream for beginners. You feel extra stress.
Exactly. It is double the work. You have to think about a good answer, and you have to think about English grammar at the exact same time. It's just too much.
Do not worry, Leo, and do not worry, listeners. Today, we are going to help you. We will teach you how to survive a job interview. We will learn simple words and simple sentences to answer difficult questions. Before we start our tips, I want to tell you a little secret about job interviews. The manager or the HR person does not care about perfect English grammar. They don't want a grammar robot. They just want to know you. They want to know your skills, your experience, and if you're a good person for their team.
Really? Are you sure? So, if I say the wrong verb or if I make a small mistake in my English sentence, it's okay?
Yes, Leo, it is completely okay. Clear communication is much more important than perfect grammar. If they can understand your message, you are doing a great job. So please, relax your body, take a deep breath. You do not need to open a dictionary right now. Just listen to us like you are listening to a good friend.
That makes me feel so much better. I can finally breathe. And for our listeners, do not worry about writing things down. You do not need to take notes. If you stay with us until the end of the video, we have our special lab results segment. We will repeat all the important words very slowly. You can practice speaking and listening with us.
We love helping you learn easy English every week. If you like our podcast, please take 1 second to click the subscribe button. Give this video a big like. It really helps our channel to grow and help more people.
And we also want to hear from you today. Please write down in the comments below, what makes you feel nervous in a job interview? Is it the difficult questions? Is it speaking English? Tell us your stories in the comments.
We love reading your stories. Now, Leo, let's talk about the very first step of a job interview. Let's talk about sitting in the waiting room with your sweaty hands.
The waiting room is the worst place in the world. I sit on the chair, my leg shakes up and down. I look at my phone every 2 seconds. I check my hair. I wipe the water and sweat from my hands. It is terrible.
Yes, waiting in that room feels like a very long time. This feeling has a name. You feel nervous. Nervous is our first important word today. When you are nervous, you feel worried and a little scared about something that is going to happen.
Yes, I am always very nervous. My stomach feels bad. What should I do when I am waiting on that chair? Should I read my paper again? Should I practice my English in my head?
No, Leo, do not read your paper again. Your brain needs to rest. And do not look down at your phone. If you look down at your phone, your body looks small. You look closed. You need to sit up straight, open your shoulders. This makes you look confident.
Confident. Okay, I will sit up straight. I will open my shoulders. But Maya, what happens when the manager opens the door? What do I do when he says, "Leo, please come in"?
This is a very important moment. This is the first impression. Before you stand up from your chair, you must do one simple thing. You must take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Just breathe? Will that fix my English?
It will not fix your English, but it will fix your brain. Take a deep breath is our second phrase today. It means to pull a lot of air into your body very slowly and then let it out slowly. Taking a deep breath tells your fast heart to slow down. It tells your nervous brain that you are safe.
Okay, let me try right now. Wow, that actually feels a little better. My heart is slower now.
Good. After you take a deep breath, you stand up slowly, you look at the manager's eyes, give a nice, warm smile. You do not need to say long, difficult English sentences. Just say, "Hello, it is very nice to meet you."
Hello, it is very nice to meet you. That is very easy. I can say that. I do not need to use big, difficult words from the dictionary.
Exactly, Leo. A simple smile and a simple hello make a great first impression. The manager will think, "Oh, Leo is a nice and friendly person." But after you walk inside the room and sit down at the table, the real test begins. They will look at you and ask you the very first interview question. Okay, Leo, you are sitting down at the table. The manager smiles at you, and then they ask the most famous interview question in the world. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, no. I really hate that question. It is too open. It is too big. I never know what to say.
What did you say in your last interview, Leo? Be honest.
Well, I wanted to be very friendly, so I told the manager, "Hello, I am Leo. I am 30 years old. I like eating cheese pizza on Fridays. I have 2 cute cats named Fluffy and Tiger, and I love playing video games in my bedroom."
Oh, Leo, that is a very sweet story. Fluffy and Tiger sound like lovely cats. But in a professional job interview, that is a very bad answer.
But why? The manager said, "Tell me about yourself." They asked about me. My cats and my pizza are a very big part of me.
I understand, but the manager is not asking about your personal life. They do not want to know about your weekend, your favorite food, or your pets. They only want to know about your work life. They want to know about your experience.
Experience. That is our next important word, right?
Yes, experience is the knowledge and skill you get from doing a job in the past. If you worked in a coffee shop for 2 years, that is your experience. If you studied computers at university, that is your experience.
Okay, I understand now. No cats, no pizza. Only work and school experience. But how do I say it in English? It is hard to make long sentences.
You do not need long sentences. You just need to focus on 3 simple things. Focus on is a great phrase for beginners. To focus on something means to put all of your attention on one important thing. In this answer, you must focus on your past, your present, and your future.
Focus on my past, my present, and my future. Can you give me an easy example?
Of course, keep your English sentences very short. For the past, you can say, "I studied business at university." For the present, you can say, "Right now, I work as an assistant." For the future, you can say, "I want to work for your company to learn new things."
Wow, that is so simple. I studied business. I work as an assistant. I want to work for your company. That is only 3 short sentences. I do not need perfect grammar for that. I can remember that easily.
Exactly. You do not need a 10-minute story. You just need to focus on your experience. Short and clear is always better than long and confusing.
I feel much more confident now. I would not talk about my catch tomorrow. But Maya, after that question, the manager usually asks a trick question. They ask about the bad things, and I never know how to answer it.
Okay, I did not talk about my cats. I did a good job. But then the manager looks at me. He looks very serious, and he asks the trick question. Leo, what is your biggest weakness?
Ah, yes, the weakness question. Weakness is our next important word today. A weakness is something you are not very good at. It is a small problem you have. It is the opposite of a strength. We all have weaknesses because nobody is perfect.
But, Maya, I thought we must look perfect in a job interview. I wanted to look very smart and very strong. So, in my last interview, I gave a very clever answer.
Oh, no. I am scared to ask. What did you say, Leo?
I smiled, looked at the manager, and I said, my biggest weakness is I work too hard. I care too much about my job. I am too perfect. I thought it was a genius answer.
Oh, Leo, that is not a genius answer. That is a very famous fake answer. Every manager in the world completely hates that answer.
Really? Why? I'm telling them I will work very hard for their company.
Because it is not honest. The manager knows it is a lie. The manager knows you are human. Humans make mistakes. If you say, I work too hard, you are not answering the real question. You're hiding your true self.
Okay, so I must be honest. Should I say, my weakness is that I am very lazy, I sleep a lot, and I hate waking up early in the morning?
No, no, no. Do not be that honest. You need to find a good balance. You need to say a real weakness, but you must also show how you fix it. You must show how you try to improve.
Improve? That's our next vocabulary word, right?
Yes, it is. Improve means to make something better. You start low and you try to go high. You learn a new skill. When you talk about your weakness in an interview, you must show how you want to improve.
Can you show me how to do that in simple English? I do not want to make a mistake.
Of course. Let's use your English skills as an example. You can tell the manager, my English speaking is sometimes a little slow. That is my weakness, but I listen to English podcasts every day to improve.
Wow. I listen to English podcasts every day to improve. That sounds very professional. It shows I have a small problem, but I'm working hard to fix it.
Exactly. Or if you sometimes forget small details, you can say, sometimes I forget small details, so I always write everything in my notebook to improve my memory.
That is so helpful, Maya. Honesty is the best choice. I have a problem, but I try to improve. I will never say I work too hard ever again.
Good. I am very happy to hear that. You're doing great, Leo. But after they ask about your weakness, they usually ask the biggest, scariest question of all. It is the question about your future.
Yes, the future question. This question makes me so nervous. The manager looks at me and says, Leo, where will you be in 5 years?
That is a very famous question, and it scares a lot of people.
Of course it scares me. I do not have magic. I cannot see the future. Maybe in 5 years I will live on the moon. Maybe I will win a lot of money and sleep on a beach all day. I do not know. Why do they ask this?
They do not want magic, Leo, and they do not want you to guess the exact future. The manager only wants to know your goal.
Goal? Like a goal in a football game?
Well, kind of. Goal is our next important word today. In life and in work, a goal is something you want to do in the future. It is a target. If you study English every day, your goal is to speak good English. The manager wants to know your work goals.
Okay, so what is a good work goal? Should I look at the manager and say, in 5 years, my goal is to take your job and be the boss?
Oh, no, please do not say that. That is too aggressive. You do not want to scare the manager. The manager just wants to know one simple thing. They want to know if you will stay at the company or if you will leave after 1 month. They want someone who wants to grow.
Grow? That is our next word, right? But wait, I am an adult. I am 30 years old. I will not grow taller. I am not a tree.
That is true. You are not a tree, but your mind can grow. Your skills can grow. Grow means to become bigger or better. In a job, to grow means you learn new things. You get better at your job. The company wants you to grow with them.
I see. The company wants me to stay and learn. How do I say this in simple English? I need an easy answer for my interview tomorrow.
It is very easy. You can keep it very short. You can say, in 5 years, I want to learn new skills. I want to grow with this company.
In 5 years, I want to learn new skills. I want to grow with this company. Wow, that is beautiful and very easy to remember.
Yes, it shows you are a good worker. You want to learn and you want to stay. You do not need to talk about living on the moon.
Thank you, Maya. I feel so much better. The 5-year question is not a magic question. It is just a question about learning and staying. I can answer that.
The interview is almost over. I answered the 5-year question. I am so happy. I just want to stand up, say thank you, and go home to sleep.
Wait, Leo, stop. It is not over yet. At the very end of the interview, the manager will ask you one last question. They will ask, do you have any questions for us?
Oh yes, I know that one. I always smile, take my bag, and say, no thank you. I have no questions. Goodbye.
Oh, Leo, that is a very big mistake. You must never say no to that question.
Why? I do not want to bother them. The manager is busy. The interview is finished. I want to go home and eat my pizza.
Because if you say no questions, the manager thinks you do not care. They think you are not interested in the company. You must always ask at least one question. It shows you are a smart worker.
But my English is limited. What can I ask? Can I ask about the money? Can I ask, how much money will you give me?
No, do not ask about money on the first day. Ask about the work. Let's learn a new word to help you. The word is hire.
Hire. What does hire mean?
To hire someone means to give them a job and pay them money. The manager is looking to hire a good worker. So you can ask the manager, why are you hiring for this job right now?
Why are you hiring for this job right now? That is a very smart question. It shows I want to understand the company.
Exactly. Or you can ask about the other people in the office. This brings us to our last important word today. Team.
Team. I know this word, like a football team or a basketball team.
Yes, exactly like that. A team is a group of people who work together to do a job. In an office, you will work with a team. You can ask the manager, can you tell me about the team?
Can you tell me about the team? I really like that question. It is very short, the grammar is very simple, and it shows I want to be friendly with the other workers.
Perfect. You can also ask, what is a normal day like in this job? It is simple English, but it makes you look very smart and very interested.
Wow! I am not scared anymore, Maya. I have a good answer for my experience. I have a good answer for my weakness. I know how to talk about my future goals. And I have a smart question to ask at the end. I am ready for my interview tomorrow.
I am so proud of you, Leo. You will do a great job. Just remember to sit up straight and take a deep breath. Now, before you go to your interview, we need to review all the words we learned today.
Yes, it is time for everyone's favorite segment. Let's go to the lab results. This is the most important part of our show. We will review all the words from today. We will help you speak English easily and confidently.
That is right, Leo. And we have a new rule today. When we say, repeat after me, we do not want you to just repeat one word. We want you to repeat a full, simple English sentence. This will help you practice real conversations.
Let's begin with our first word today, nervous. When you are nervous, you feel worried and a little scared about something, like a big test or an interview.
Here are 2 easy sentences. I feel very nervous before a test. Or, she is nervous about the interview. Now, repeat after me slowly. I feel very nervous before a test.
Great job! Our second phrase is take a deep breath. This means to pull a lot of air into your body very slowly to help you relax and stop feeling nervous.
Here are 2 examples. Take a deep breath and relax. Or, before you speak, take a deep breath. Now, repeat after me slowly. Before you speak, take a deep breath.
Very good. Word number 3 is experience. This is the knowledge and skill you get from doing a job or going to school in the past.
Here are 2 simple sentences. She has a lot of experience with computers. Or, I have 3 years of experience in sales. Now, repeat after me slowly. I have 3 years of experience in sales.
Perfect. Number 4 is the phrase focus on. To focus on something means to give all your attention to one important thing.
Here are your examples. Please focus on your past experience. Or, I want to focus on my English. Now, repeat after me slowly. I want to focus on my English.
Good work. Word number 5 is weakness. A weakness is a small problem you have. It is something you are not very good at doing.
For example, you can say, everyone has a weakness at work. Or, my weakness is speaking too fast. Now, repeat after me slowly. My weakness is speaking too fast.
Number 6 is a positive word, improve. To improve means to make something better. You practice a skill so it goes from bad to good.
Here are 2 examples. He reads books to improve his memory. Or, I study hard to improve my skills. Now, repeat after me slowly. I study hard to improve my skills.
You are doing great. Word number 7 is goal. A goal is a target. It is something very important you want to do in the future.
For example, what is your main goal for this job? Or, my goal is to learn English this year. Now, repeat after me slowly. My goal is to learn English this year.
Excellent. Number 8 is the word grow. We usually use this for trees or children, but in work, to grow means to become better, learn new things, and get new skills.
Here are 2 sentences. Good workers always want to grow. Or, I want to grow with this company. Now, repeat after me slowly. I want to grow with this company.
Word number 9 is hire. To hire someone means to give them a job and pay them money for their work.
For example, why are you hiring for this job? Or, the company wants to hire a new manager. Now, repeat after me slowly. The company wants to hire a new manager.
And our final word today is team. A team is a group of people who work together in an office to do a job.
Here are 2 simple examples. Can you tell me about the team? Or, I love working with a good team. Now, repeat after me slowly. I love working with a good team. Fantastic job, everyone. You spoke very clearly. Your English is getting better every single day. Remember, a job interview is just a normal conversation between two people. The manager is just a person like you and me. You do not need to be a perfect robot.
That is very true, Leo. If you make a small English mistake, it is completely okay. Do not stop speaking. Just smile, take a deep breath, and keep going. The manager just wants to know your true self.
I will sit up straight, I will smile, and I will focus on my experience. I will not talk about my cats. If I can do it, you can do it too.
We believe in you, Leo, and we believe in all of our listeners around the world. Good luck with your interviews, everyone.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. You did a great job.
Keep practicing, keep growing, and keep smiling. Better English every day.
Bye.
Your English journey does not end here. If you want to keep improving and learn more everyday vocabulary, click on the video right here on your screen. We have selected another great episode just for you to keep your practice going.